You're listening to an African Elements top news story for July 18, 2025. Please visit our website at africanelements.org for more daily news. Justice for Sidney Holmes by Darius Spearman. African Elements. Imagine losing 34 years of your life for a crime you did not commit. This is the harrowing reality of Sidney Holmes, a Florida man who spent more than 3 decades behind bars as a result of a wrongful conviction. His story brings to light the deep flaws in our justice system and the urgent need for reform. Sidney Holmes was wrongly accused of an armed robbery that happened in October 1988. The robbery itself occurred on June 19, 1988, outside a convenience store in unincorporated Broward County. By April 1989, he was convicted, largely due to shaky eyewitness testimony. Holmes maintained his innocence throughout, stating he had a solid alibi for the time of the robbery. However, his claims were ignored during the initial trial. His case is a powerful reminder that our legal system, while designed for justice, can make devastating mistakes. His initial sentence was an astonishing 400 years in prison, a punishment that shows the severity with which his supposed crime was viewed. A wrongful conviction means an innocent person is found guilty of a crime they did not commit. This can happen for many reasons, including faulty eyewitness testimony, false confessions, or even misconduct by prosecutors or police. In Sidney Holmes's case, the primary reason for his conviction was flawed eyewitness testimony. Eyewitness testimony is an account from someone who saw a crime happen. Unfortunately, it is not always reliable. Factors like stress, poor lighting, or the passage of time can make memories fuzzy. Furthermore, racial bias can play a significant role, as people of color are unfairly targeted in misidentifications. This contributes to a disproportionate number of wrongful convictions for Black individuals. The story of Sidney Holmes illustrates how dangerous and racially charged these mistakes can be. After 34 long years, Sidney Holmes was finally exonerated in 2023. This means he was officially cleared of the crime and declared innocent. His exoneration was the result of a thorough review of his case, which showed there was no true evidence connecting him to the armed robbery. This lack of evidence brought to light the serious problems in the original identification process that led to his wrongful imprisonment. The flaws in the case demonstrate the damage that can be caused by reliance on a single, faulty piece of evidence. The National Registry of Exonerations reports that more than 2,900 individuals have been cleared in the United States since 1989. These cases often involve racial prejudice and issues with eyewitness identification. The sheer number of exonerations highlights the fact that Sidney Holmes' experience is not isolated. Many others, especially in Black communities, have suffered similar fates due to systemic issues within the justice system. His release, while a victory, also underscores the many other individuals who may still be unjustly incarcerated. The long fight for justice did not end with Holmes's release. He had to battle for compensation. Florida has laws to pay individuals who have been wrongly imprisoned, known as the Victims of Wrongful Incarceration Compensation Act. This law typically provides $50,000 for each year of wrongful imprisonment, along with college tuition waivers and help with legal costs. However, there used to be a major obstacle. If an individual had any prior felony convictions, they were not eligible for this compensation. Sidney Holmes had a prior criminal record, which initially prevented him from receiving the money he deserved for the years he lost. This clean hands rule, as it was known, often blocked many Black exonerees from getting compensation because systemic issues exposed them to the criminal justice system from a young age, resulting in them acquiring records at a higher rate. Thankfully, new legislation, CS-HB 59, changed this requirement, expanding eligibility for compensation. Finally, due to this crucial legislative change and a claims bill signed by Governor Ron DeSantis, Sidney Holmes received $1.7 million in compensation. This amount reflects the 34 years he spent in prison, recognizing the immense personal and financial losses he endured. In addition to the monetary compensation, he also received educational benefits. He was granted 120 hours of tuition for college or career center education, a benefit that can help him rebuild his life and pursue new opportunities. The Florida Senate Bill SB 10, 2025, explicitly addresses Holmes's specific case, ensuring these benefits were provided. While monetary compensation can never truly give him back the years he lost, it is an important step towards acknowledging the terrible injustice he faced. It also offers him a chance to start fresh and reclaim some dignity after decades of suffering. His story is a testament to the fight for recognition and reparations for victims of systemic failure within the criminal justice system. Sidney Holmes' experience is a stark reminder of the complexities and painful outcomes of wrongful convictions. His case highlights why it is so important to change our legal processes. We must ensure true justice and provide proper support for those who have been wrongly imprisoned. It also showcases the tireless work of legal groups and community advocates. These groups play a crucial role in bringing about changes to old laws and ensuring that people like Holmes receive the amends they deserve. The reforms made in Florida, particularly the removal of the clean hands rule, represent real progress. However, there is still much work to be done to dismantle systemic biases. These biases continue to disproportionately affect Black communities within the criminal justice system. Sidney Holmes' journey from wrongful conviction to exoneration and compensation is a beacon of hope for others. It encourages continued advocacy and reform to ensure that such injustices become a relic of the past, not a recurring nightmare. Copyright African Elements.